Cancer Foundation that's led by Ms. Donita Frazier, who's with us as well, and Craig and Stephanie Howard of Ballroom Place downtown as well, and many others. Of course, we are grateful to our key supporters, HISD, Dr. Grenita Lathan, and so many other people, Kaylin Haar, philanthropists, who are supporting this Toys of Hope project this year. We've been giving toys to children for 30 years plus, and in each of these organizations, the foundation has been sponsoring a toy project each year, and Real Beauty, Real Women sponsors a toy project each year. But we brought all of our resourcefulness together this year in order to reach more children in this very difficult and unique COVID-19 environment. Due to the pandemic, of course, poverty has been exacerbated. More families are distressed and distraught. The imagination of a parent who cannot answer a child when the child says, "Mommy, can I get this for Christmas? Daddy, can I get a bicycle for Christmas?" Because of the economic duress that so many are under, underprivileged people are often forgotten. But we are one of those efforts, and there are many in the city that we applaud, that are stepping up to make sure that underserved children are still deserving children. And so today we are announcing that we've got 5 children already pre-registered to receive toys from the Toys of Hope project, thankful and due to the noble efforts of these partners and key supporters, Attorney Rusty Hardin, Attorney Michael Harris, so many others who have donated to make sure that this happens. Even our mayor, Sylvester Turner, has donated to this project. And so we're grateful. Commissioner Rodney Ellis, I'm just calling names who have supported, and the countless volunteers who have served tirelessly to make this effort and this event a reality. We say that when you put a toy in a child's hand, you put a smile on their faces and hope in their hearts. And that's significant because hope will keep a child going to school. Hope will keep a student believing in him or herself. Hope will keep a kid off of drugs. Hope will keep a kid from joining a street gang or jail or in some other destructive behavior. We're thankful that God has blessed us. The church here is significant because when we built this building, we had visions of it being filled with people. That's why we put 2,000 seats in here for people. But we didn't think that God would one day use it for toys. And just inspired by the overwhelming generosity of people who helped to donate. So now that you've got a megachurch sanctuary that's not filled with people, we can't do it because of COVID, but we thought we could do it with toys to express love and hope for children who need it the most. And so we want to thank the public who's supported. We're still collecting toys because we still have need for more today, tomorrow, and on even Christmas Eve day for those who want to drop off toys here or those who want to donate to the project, because again, every child, regardless of his or her socioeconomic status, no matter what zip code they live in, every child deserves to wake up on Christmas morning and say, "Somebody loved me." And that's what this is all about. We can be the answer to someone's prayers. We've known for a long time that it's mamas and daddies who become Santas, and we know that. But when mamas and daddies can't, who does? It has to be people who care, people of compassion, like these who are standing around here now, volunteers and workers and donators, and of course leaders of organizations like the Morgan Frazier Cancer Foundation, as well as Real Beauty, Real Women, and with people like these who will say, we all become an army of love that inspires hope in the minds and hearts of thousands of children in Houston. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. At this time, I'd like to ask Jacqueline of the Real Beauty Real Women Foundation, and then following her, Donita Frazier of the Morgan Frazier Cancer Foundation. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop. We are so honored to be a part of Toys of Hope. This is beautiful. We believe that every child needs to feel love and magic, and there's nothing more magical than waking up on Christmas Eve and getting the toys that you need and want. Thank you so much to the Morgan Frazier Foundation, Stephanie and Greg and Bishop, and really all of the volunteers and supporters who have really come to make this happen. Merry Christmas, and everybody have a lot of faith and love in your heart.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Aluto, Jacquelyn Aluotto.
Donita?
Thank you. We're so delighted to be here. I'm Donita Frazier, founder and executive director of the Morgan Frazier Cancer Foundation, an organization we founded in 2009 in memory of our daughter, but not before deciding to use her life as an agent of service. And she started the very first toy drive for our organization, and we've continued all this time. Unfortunately, COVID did not allow us to serve our families like we normally do every year because, of course, of the hospitalization issues around COVID. But when we were introduced to Community of Faith and Bishop Dixon, we really felt that this was an answer to serve on a larger level. So we're really, really delighted to be here to partner with an amazing effort to serve disadvantaged children throughout Houston, but more importantly, just to give hope to our kids who may not in other capacities have that. So we're delighted to be able to share with you today. Thank you.
Thank you. This really speaks to the power of partnership. And as well as Donita, have been doing stellar work independently with their own foundations and organizations. But for them to bring that influence and resourcefulness to partner with Toys of Hope, along with so many other people who could not be at this press conference, I just wish that the people who are often unnamed and unseen could be here. It would almost fill this place with people who, here's a toy, here's $1, or here's a bicycle, and responsible for it. So I think this is an opportunity for us to get to see that there really are no needs that we can't meet together. That there really are no needs that cannot be met if we are willing to do it together and to exercise Christian love and unity. And then finally, let me say to all of those who are watching, to think of the fact that, here's how I put it, if your children don't need to be in line to get the toys, then maybe you should be in line to help give the toys. And that's really what this is all about. We're blessed to be a blessing. And so what a wonderful opportunity. When you inspire hope in a child, you change their future. And when you change their future, you touch the world. So thank you so very much. We appreciate Channel 2, Channel 13 for being here on today, and others I hope will get the word as well. Tonight kicks off the Toys of Hope experience, distribution experience. This is when we give the toys away. And we've got 5,094 children, that's over 2,000 cars that have already registered to come to this property over the next 3 days. And it'll be an experience for them to see what's going to happen on the outside. The toys will be on the outside. It'll be socially distanced. But we just can't wait to see what that looks like. The mayor is coming tonight. Dr. Grenita Lathan is coming tonight with some HISD workers. We have different teams of volunteers. It's coming, Commissioner Rodney Ellis will be here. Many other people are coming out to be a part of it. Judge Chuck Silverman will be on tomorrow night. Attorney Rusty Harden and his wife will be on tomorrow. People are coming out to really not just say, I gave to it, but they want to invest themselves in it and to see the difference. And what would happen when the child says, wow, the mayor handed me a toy, the judge handed me a toy, the county commissioner handed me a toy, this prestigious person toys to me at Christmas, they'll know, again, somebody loves me. And that's what we're excited about. So thank you so very much for coming, and thank you for helping us to get the word out about Toys of Hope 2020.
With the year we're having, was there ever like, okay, we cannot have this? Was there any talk of like maybe we have to cancel? Or is there talk about how, obviously there's a need, but the obvious safety.
Well, I tell you, we never contemplated not having it. The question was, how do you have it? And how to reorganize and restructure. We normally have it here inside. And, but my team would tell you for the last couple of years I've been saying to make it bigger. And people were saying, Pastor, it's big enough already. And, but, you know, God works in mysterious ways. COVID said, no, the pastor is right. Let's have it outside. And so we never thought about not having it. The question was, do you do it smaller? Do you modify it? But the overwhelming burden that we had was, no, do it and do it bigger because the need is even greater.
I mean, every year you seem to get to talk about that, how it's...
Well, let me tell you how far this has evolved. I grew up in this church like my sister did, Tanya, and she's been, I mean, Tanya spent the night here last night working. She didn't even go home. But we grew up in this church, and our church has been doing things for kids for Christmas since we were kids. It started off with a brown paper bag, an apple, an orange, some nuts, and a peppermint stick. That's for Christmas. And wow, so thinking about how far we've come. 30 years ago, we started giving little toys with that same bag and those nuts and those peppermint sticks. And we have grown kids, young adults now, who are members of this church because they got toys at Christmas when they were 5, 3. And so it's evolved. The last several years, we've, you know, it was 100 kids, 200 kids, and then all of a sudden we hit 500 and then 1,000 kids, and we thought that was just the ceiling. I think Jacqueline's been working with us now for about 3 years, with Toys of Hope at least, and she's seen it, along with others, go from that 1,000 to 1,500. And this year, when, you know, I'm a man of faith, when it hit me 5,000 kids, I was, you know, not thinking about what would that really require. And, but believing before seeing it is important. And, but they'll tell you, I've already drafted 2021, and it's going to be bigger than this. Hopefully we'll be outside, not because of COVID, but we want to create a Christmas wonderland for these children, because most of these children don't live in zip codes. They get to see amazing things happen and in their own communities. And so we want to create the kind of experience here next year where it could possibly be 10,000 kids who come through over a 2-week period to get toys and hope. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.